Hey there, welcome to the Space Channel. Boots Owen here. I've got a bottle of propane over my shoulder, and over the other shoulder I've got 2 molds ready to cast. I'm going to do some metal casting today. Stick with me. I've got a couple of sand molds made for pulleys that go up to hold clotheslines, and I think I've done alright. I got some of the right sand. I'm not entirely sure that I've done a great job. I tried scraping the top of that one off before removing the bracket, and well, they've both worked out. We'll see what the end product looks like. A little bit of sand has fallen off in there. Propane, forge. That's what it should look like, the pulley there. If I take you over here, there's the forge. Pretty hot. You can see I've just put in a bit more aluminium. There. I'm burning these flasks that you get from nitrous oxide, trying to find a better way to recycle them because I find them all over the streets, and it'd be good to do something with them. Just for my own reference, we're running at about 12 psi there, maybe 12.5 psi, which is not too much, and then I've finessed it with the needle valve there. And this is using my homemade burner. I've shown this in another video. It's been a long time getting around to doing anything with this. Conditions are never perfect. See the flames licking out the sides and out the top. It's probably way too hot, but I don't know if it is or not. I really don't know what I'm doing. It's a bit too hot up there. I'd say there's a bit too much flame coming out. Maybe I should close it that way. I don't know. If you know, tell me in the comments. The idea is I'll lift the pot out, I'll put it on a brick, which I'll get out now, and then pour these, I'm guessing direct, but I might ladle it, I don't know. Not sure yet, it's only aluminium. Keep an eye on it for a while. So that was me putting on the last charge I'm going to put on, I think. Don't know how much I want to cook this. Yeah, that last one's just gone straight down. You can just see the remnants of it. It'll be ready in a moment. I'm not going to worry about putting degasser or slagger or any of that stuff into it. Not slagger, what's it called? Flux into it this time. I'm just going to have a go at it. It's not on a coal fire or anything like that. It's just gas, so it should be relatively clean, and it's quite clean. It's not full of bits or anything like that, or full of dirt. It should be quite clean, so I'm hoping it'll work out that way. Worried about me, I've got a helmet on, which is a foundry helmet with the shield, a space suit which is heat resistant, doesn't mean very much more than that, and then down on my feet I've got the foundry boots. I've also got the welding gloves, which I've been using when I'm charging it. They seem adequate, but I've also got these space gloves as well, which are Kevlar coated or lined or something. I couldn't even tell you what they are, if that means anything to you there. 3334X4 flame retardant or something like that. So far I'm getting warmer from being in the coat than from the flames. We're outdoors and it's April, so it's muggy today. It's kind of damp outside, but it's doing okay. I think we're almost ready to go. Got my face shield down. I'd say we're nearly ready. I'd say looking with that, we're nearly ready to go. So I'm going to get the camera on a tripod and let's get suited and booted. Stand back, please. Stand right back. So I don't know what went wrong there, but you can see the metal just crystallizing. It didn't flow as I was expecting it to. It's quite thick, so I'm wondering if it's not hot enough yet. It is red hot, whatever that means. Silvery to look at, but as soon as I put it into the shade of the furnace, when I put it back in, it was quite red hot. So I think I'll have to abandon this one for now, but I can go to this one, pour it, and then come back and make 2 more, I guess. I'll probably have enough of a charge in the pot still, if I can get it to flow. The other thing I didn't do was I didn't skim it, which I should have done, but when I went to skim it just afterwards there at the end, there was nothing to skim really. It's so clean, so I don't know what I'm doing. That's that mold done. But it's come out nicely actually. If it would come out like that, if it would flow in and come out like that, I would be quite happy with it. There's something very strange going on. It won't flow at all. It's too, like you can see in there, it's quite red, so it's not cold or anything, but it won't pour. It's kind of, it'll pour into itself. It just makes this big bubble that sits on top. It's worth playing with anyways. But look, it's like I'm just painting it on. It's not going down. It's very strange. I think it's something to do with what the flasks are made out of. I can't imagine it's anything else, but I might as well play with it a bit. If you know what's going on, tell me. There could be some weird alloy that is tenacious. Look at it, just a big bubble sitting on top. Let's get the rest of this out of here into these molds. It might be good for something, or at least I can recycle it somehow. It's been a partial success in that I've made a mold and lit the forge again. That's positive. That's red hot. Well, not quite red hot, but it's hot, so let it cool off. I have that closed down here, so let's close this fella and open this fella. Close it again. Cool. So this is the one I did first, and it's set up a bit there. It hasn't really run in at all. It's gone in about right there. But not quite at all, really. But it is sitting nicely. It's giving a nice finish from the sand, but it's not much good if it doesn't get in there in the first place. It's like it's too tenacious, so maybe some flux is necessary. Yeah, it wants to stick to everything, the spoon and all. This is what learning's all about. Cleans up very nicely. That's quite good. That was the first blob. I don't know if the first one was thicker than the last, the third. Could be a matter of heating it more. Somebody will know and put it in the comments. I'm quite impressed with the finish though. It's quite smooth. It's a big plate of steel. The smoke was actually coming from the asphalt melting underneath the tray. I didn't think of that. So this is the first and last again. It's done the same thing. It hasn't got what I would call penetration of the mold. Now I don't know if I poured it in, if I put a lid on the mold. Could try that as well. Put in some vents. If I poured a big charge in, would it flow through? It's hard to know. That as a surface casting like this, maybe it's not enough, but if it was under pressure from a chamber, would it flow through? I could try. so that's the damage from the first bit. They're almost there. They're completely wrong.